Welcome retail fam, MB Wokkelen weer. Gonna do a quick educational vid today about how to execute trades and how to see them, how to protect yourself from getting wrecked, etc, etc. So Atom, we're gonna talk about Atom. I think that Atom is a good I hate it when I forget those English words. Atom is a good example from what I'm eyeing over here. We got Atom, we made a nice gains in the private group on this rise over here. So now we're like in a falling wedge going down. We had this breakout over here, we got rejected, we came back, and now we're testing again. We're testing. So this is the Atom BTC pair. I need this thing to break up over here. But let me show you guys something else. This is the Atom USDT pair. This is where we trade. And as you can see, we had over here the breakout here. So the team did enter along over here. They executed along. How you can do this, you can also make stop buy limits. I think I'm not going to explain this in this video. You just go to YouTube, put in stop, how to trade on stop buy limits, stop short limits, etc. Do your research, it's all over there. So we had this breakout, but I didn't see the nice continuation of this. So they are in along, the team is in along. But to give you guys why it's not ramping up, this is why it's not ramping up, because against the BTC pair we're still under resistance. We're in this falling wedge and we're at the top of it. So it's very dangerous at this moment to if this thing decides to just drop down over here and go test this one again, then this one will also get rejected and come down again. So that's why it's so important to always, when you're trading a coin, put on the BTC pair to look where are we, what are we doing. So I need this thing to break up here, find momentum, and even we've got some resistance over here. If this thing gets broken, that's when the gains will be very nice. So for now, I'm eyeing this, and the team is very cautious on this, and they know that this thing, if the breakout, it can get retested over here to 11. What is 11.4, and if the 11.4 doesn't hold, they will probably get out at break even or maybe take a small loss. I hope that they make a small loss so I can share that P&L. But if this thing comes down over here and rebounds on the breakout and then goes up, well, they are in the trade. So guys, this is when I share in the private group, when I share these charts, this is how you can read them. If I share this chart and I show something like this before this green candle came, because I shared it before the green candle. When I share something like this, this means that we are at resistance. You first have to wait for this thing to get confirmed. And on the 1 hour, on the 15 minutes, on the 4 hour, whatever you want, it's your own risk management, but you have to have it. Then we need a candle that breaks above it. We need a candle. So this was the breakout. We also closed above it, and now it's waiting time. Is this thing going to continue or not? Are we going to retest the breakout and then go up, or is this thing going to get invalidated? And how to check that, you go to the BTC pair, because we did not break out here yet. We need, if this thing would also be above it, above this sort of falling channel wedge, whatever you want to call it, if this thing would, then we would probably see Atom USDT, we would probably see even we would be over here somewhere. So the pump would already be started. So this is how you read them. And guys, especially if you are new in trading, very important thing is that you always use a stop loss. You always put a stop loss. And then I got a lot of questions. Yeah, but MB, where do I put my stop loss? I gave you guys the free tool to everyone that you can use. You can even use, because a stop loss, you have to understand, it's no law. It's not 100% sure that it's your stop loss. Maybe your stop loss gets hit and then price goes up again. And that depends on Bitcoin. Where is Bitcoin? Again, you have to see where Bitcoin is. Because if Bitcoin decides to dump because we are at resistance, look at it, guys. Look at this. We're now in this sort of rising wedge, and we're trying, let me see, we just closed above above the indicator over here, so this is bullish. So for now at the 1 hour, when we get over here at the 40, because when you put it on the 4 hour, you see this is the resistance, this black line over here, it's even higher. Now you have to adjust it. So over here we need to break this level, but as long as Bitcoin just keeps chopping around and just keeps playing along, it doesn't dump, doesn't make like $7,000 or $1,000 moves down, then several altcoins could outperform it. And how to outperform the chart is that this thing needs to ramp up. So this thing is also confirmation. We need this confirmation. If this thing breaks up, then you'll probably see more rises on Atom. You see you're gonna make like whatever your leverage is, or you're on spot or whatever, you can make the 4, 5, 10%, 20% moves that we're on in at this moment. So that's what I wanted to explain about that. I want to explain something else about, because someone was sharing ICP is breaking out. ICP is breaking out. He told me that maybe it's a good time to get some ICP because it's breaking out. Well, let me show you, my friend. When you go charting a coin, always zoom out where we are. I would say that the breakout was over here. So this is where the breakout was. So this is where the breakout. This is not the breakout. This is where the breakout. And now you have to listen very carefully about what I'm going to say now. This is very important, especially the people in the private group. In the private group, by the way guys, private group, I've tweeted about it today also. Private group, if you want to join the private group, this is no paid group, because I'm getting some DMs. Ambi, how much is it? $50 a month, $100 a month. I can pay like $70 a month. Someone told me, guys, I don't need your money. It's free. The only thing that you have to do to get in, and that's decided by the team, is that you have to use the referral link from MEXC and trade on the lowest fees. If you're trading on KuCoin, on Binance, Bybit, paying 70-80% more fees over there, and you're happy with that, you are not welcome in the private group. You are welcome in the open group. So the private group, the team has got some plans with that. I'm not gonna say a lot more about it, but you can only join the private group if you are trading on MEXC. And by trading, I don't mean that you put in $50 or $100 and make like 2 trades with $5 and say, yes, I'm trading on MEXC, because you're fooling yourself and you will not be fooling the team, or you fool me. So if you are really serious about trading and you want to save yourself, not the team or me, from paying sick amounts of fees, and I made a tutorial video about MEXC, so go check it out. That's the only way to get into the private group. So if I'm looking to this, watching this chart, first of all, we had this hit over here, 1, 2, and now we're at number 3. So $10 is a very strong resistance level. And if we would break this resistance level, look at this, guys, this thing could fly, because there is nothing over here on the bigger time frame. There's nothing. So I think that if ICP will break this $10 range, I think that $15 will be could be very fast. I think that we could go very hard on this rise over here. So what did I share? What did I tell them? The team is eyeing ICP for a short trade, not for a long trade, for a short trade. Because why? Resistance is, you have to be, I shared it also yesterday, you have to be a freaking bot. No emotions, no hopiums, no FOMO, no greed. You just trade what you see. It's the only freaking way to make money. And for sure, if you're in some FOMO group and some low cap jam and everyone is very excited about it, and you just buy it on spot, and you are all going to shill it together, a whole CT is shilling it, a big influence shilling it, for sure the thing could go up and you're gonna make a lot of money. You don't have to trade charts for that. Just buy it on spot, leave it there, just like I did buy my 15 coins, like shared, and I'm just leaving them there. Small amount of money, and if it goes to the moon, it goes to the moon, and I will be very happy, man. If I lose it, well, I'm not going to cry about it. But now we're talking about serious trading, making money to buy those gems. Because don't buy those gems with your own money, buy them with gains you made. Focus on trading. So for now, over here, you have to be bearish. You have to be bearish. And let me give you guys a secret, a little bit of a secret of how I train the team to trade. This is a secret. I've never shared this before. What you can do when Bitcoin is not in FOMO mode, like we just saw, because it's at resistance, we didn't break the 4 hour, we could get rejected. When we keep this in mind, what the team does, what they're trained to do, is this. When a chart looks like this, it's going bananas. It already made like SIG gains, and we're reaching resistance over here. And as long as this resistance doesn't get broken, they could short this. And what they do is this. They, like, suppose we just charted Atom. What they do is they long Atom because it's finding some momentum. They're gonna long it. It broke out. They've got a stop loss set, etc. They broke out, and at the same time, it's like a hedge. They short ICP. So this way, if suppose that Bitcoin decides to get rejected and decides to dump, and probably Atom will go down also. ICP will probably also go down. So what they do is at Atom they will take a small loss or a break even, and on the ICP they're going to make money, because if Bitcoin decides to drop and ICP will lose some momentum with this resistance, they're gonna make it. So it's a sort of a hedging mode. So they have on one altcoin they have a short, on the other altcoin they have a long. And now comes the most important thing that everyone needs to know. You have to understand that money flows means that money flows from altcoins to other altcoins. So you've got today it's ICP, tomorrow it's Atom, the day after it's VeChain, the day after it's HOT, the day after it's HBAR, the day after it's CUTS. It's money flows, money keeps flowing. So guys, this is a very important thing to keep in mind, that money flows. And what we gonna do, why am I teaching you guys to chart the BTC pairs, to chart the ETH pairs? Why am I showing you guys? Because this is what shows us where the money is flowing. That is where the money is flowing. That's how we can follow. So when we follow the money flow, that's how we're gonna make money. And not by, I like VeChain. VeChain is going to the moon. VeChain is going to the moon. In the meanwhile, all the other coins are making like 50%, 70%, 20%, 30%. And we are holding VeChain. VeChain is going to the moon. VeChain is the best project out there. And maybe at some point, when the money flows out of all the other coins and it goes to VeChain, you will get that pump. You will get that pump, you're gonna make money. But you've missed like 20, 30 other coins that already pumped. So that's why it's so important that you follow the money. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. So we're gonna take it step by step. So I'm not going to get into a lot of details. I'll leave that for the vid that I'm going to make for the private group. So if you want to join, the link is below. You have to be active trading on MEXC. I want to thank you all and have a nice one, and bye-bye.